Founders Day to the women of Tri Sigma is like the 4th of July to Americans, minus fireworks. It's just really a chance for us as a sisterhood to come together nationally and celebrate why we're here, our sisterhood, our values, and everything that we stand for. Tri Sigma to me is being a part of something bigger than yourself. That might be a cliche answer you get from many sorority women across the country, but it is really true. It's a really unique feeling you have when you're at the mall at home and you see a girl wearing your letters. You don't know her, she's part of a different chapter, but it's just you share a bond with her that you don't share with other people, and that's not something everybody has, and it's just a very warm feeling at the end of the day to know that you have sisters across the country that have your back at all times.
Founders Day is really special to me because every Sigma across the country celebrates our sisterhood on the same day. And I love Sigma with all my heart, and it's just really special to me that every Sigma across the country with the same love comes together and shows their unity on the same day every year.
Founders Day is a day for not only Sigmas nationally to celebrate the history and the fact that we're still around as a sisterhood, but also a day for us to reflect upon the values and the mission that created our sisterhood and what our sisterhood really means and stands for. To me, Founders Day is so important because as Greeks we do so much, and I think it's really awesome to have a day that's set aside to remember why we're here, why we're Sigma specifically, and what that means to us.
Founders Day is the day where we celebrate the becoming of our sisterhood by honoring the 8 founders who shaped Tri Sigma into the great sorority it is today.
In my time in Tri Sigma, I have gained a family and a place I can call my home. I've also gained so many sisters and a lifetime's worth of friendships.
Tri Sigma is important to me because it gives me the opportunity to challenge myself and to challenge others as well. The strengths and the bonds of my sisters really pushes me to be the best version of myself that I can possibly be.
So I've gained a lot of different things in Sigma. The thing I'm most thankful for is the sisters I've gained. Personally, I don't have any sisters back home, and I've always wanted a really big sisterhood. So when I joined Sigma, I immediately clicked with about 5 girls, and then from there on out, I have over 100 sisters that I can call at any hour. They've given me so much confidence throughout my years, and they bring me the most happiness too.
Well, my parents originally didn't want me to go into Greek life because, like most people, they know only the stereotypes. But what I would want them to know is that Sigma is nothing like a stereotype at all. We are so diverse, we are so filled with love, and I just want them to know that I am so happy and that I can't imagine being anywhere else in the world than with my Sigma sisters and just being loved and cared for like nothing else other than their love, because nothing compares to the way that I feel about them.
So I've been in Sigma for 3 years now, and I can tell you that I'm a completely different person than from when I started Sigma and now. Sigma's challenged me a lot, and I've grown a lot from it. I can say that I've made lifelong friends here, and I'm up for any challenge that life has to give me, and I give that all to my experience here in Greek life.
One thing that I want my parents to know about my Sigma experience is that they don't have to worry about their little girl going off to college and being alone, because I found a group of girls here that I can call my forever family.
I want my parents to know that I am the woman I am today because of this sorority. Tri Sigma has turned me into someone I am really proud to be, and I don't think I would be the person I am today without it.
My favorite Sigma memory would probably be at the beginning of the year. We were in a new members flag football tournament, and it was like a week after we got bids, so no one really knew each other, and we were just kind of thrown in this, and we're like, all right, let's do it. And then we went and played in this tournament, and almost all the actives showed up and were cheering us on, and even though they didn't know us, they were super supportive of us in everything we did. So it was just really cool to see how even after like a week of knowing these girls that they already had my back and would always be there for me.
Okay, my favorite Sigma memory is definitely getting my mom, Jade, I was so happy. I remember waiting for the curtain to drop and just thinking, oh my gosh, like I cannot wait to finally have someone that's going to be there for me all the time. And it was a really great feeling, and we do so much together now, and I just absolutely love her to death.
My most important Sigma memory was Fall 15 bid day when Morgan Colex told us that 50 girls going through recruitment had accepted bids for our chapter. It was such a big deal because it showed that all of our hard work had finally paid off. We were the biggest chapter on campus, and it just made me really proud of our chapter and where it's been and where it's going.
My favorite Sigma memory while being here was last November before I was initiated with my I class. Our whole, the seniors, juniors, sophomores, they planned this big old event for us where we were going to have a bonding experience, but sadly it rained and it was thundering outside, so they fit 100 of us in our chapter room, and that's a lot if you've ever seen our chapter room. So I got really close with my I class because I had one girl sitting in my lap. But it was really cool because we got to all bond and experience new things together, and they got to find out how quirky I was. So it was a really great event. I'm so blessed to be here in Sigma.
How has Sigma changed me? Sigma has changed me because it's given me a lot more confidence to be myself. It's given me a lot of opportunities to meet different people through people in Sigma as well as the Greek community as a whole, and even SEMO. It's just the opportunity to meet great people and to gain that confidence to go up and just talk to a random stranger has definitely changed me for the better.
Since I've been in Sigma, I have just I've become a more open person, and I've changed so much. I've met so many people, and I'm so much happier, and I love myself more, and I'm a really happy person now, and I love that.
Sigma has made me into a more outgoing person, somebody that can just go and talk to people if I need to. Before Sigma, I was really shy and I didn't really come out of my shell, but Sigma has made me come out of my shell more and pushed me to be a better woman.
Being a part of Tri Sigma has humbled me because now I no longer have to just think for myself. I also need to think about what's best for my sisters as well.
My life without Sigma would be boring because my freshman year when I wasn't in Sigma, I went home every other weekend and I was really boring and I didn't do anything fun.
My life without Sigma would be uninspired. When you have a whole sisterhood behind you and a whole nation of the same sisterhood, you feel the need to step up and be a more upstanding citizen and just get your things together and just get into it, if you get what I'm saying.
My life without Sigma would be really lonely because whenever I don't have anything to do, I'm either at the house, hanging out with my friends. There's always someone to go get food with, hang out with, watch a movie with, and I feel like I would be really depressed too without all of my sisters.
So coming in as a transfer student, there's a couple of things that are at the forefront of your mind, and one of them is whether or not all your credits are going to transfer and actually count towards your degree. But the other thing is being able to make friends as an upperclassman. In joining Tri Sigma, I was actually able to meet so many incredible young women who I can now say are going to be lifelong friends of mine, and I feel very blessed to have experienced that. But I've also been able to gain leadership. This past year I was elected as education director, and I've been able to gain a leadership experience within our chapter. I've also gained from that experience patience, as well as understanding, working with girls from a variety of backgrounds who bring a whole lot of other experiences to the table.
So the things that I have gained from Sigma would have to be over 100 new sisters, a full schedule, over a dozen t-shirts, but most importantly, I'd have to say the things that I've gained from Sigma would be memories that'll last a lifetime.
Throughout the 4 years of being in Sigma, I've gained some of my best friends, I've gained confidence in being a leader, but most importantly, I think I've gained wisdom. I've learned how to live out my values every day, and I've also learned how to be a woman of character.
I think the question should be, what haven't I gained from Sigma? Because to answer it simply, I've gained everything. I've gained leadership skills through my officer positions and chair positions that shaped me to the leader I am today. I've gained confidence in myself and the abilities I have. I've gained character. I am a woman of character, and I uphold myself to the Tri Sigma values. I've gained time management. Being in a sorority, you have to balance your sorority life, your academic, your work schedule, and that is something that's definitely going to help me in the future. I've gained the ability to stay up till 5 a.m. just talking with your sisters and then somehow still make it to your 8 a.m. I've also gained, I think, one of the best values that Sigma's taught me, that to receive much, you must give much. In life, if you want to get, if you want to receive a lot, you're gonna have to give it. And that's what Sigma's taught me, that you have to put your whole heart into something, and in the end, you'll get it in return. I think the best thing I've gained, the best friends a girl could ask for. They are my constant rock, my support. And as a graduating senior, I'm terrified of not having them on a daily basis. But Sigma really, I've gained sisterhood and the best friends a girl could ask for.